Hello and welcome to One Broadway Collaborative in Lawrence, Massachusetts. I'm Aaron Tornberg and I'm pleased to present today three fantastic singer-songwriters. On your left is Michael Gutierrez-May. Everybody give Michael a big round of applause. And in the middle is Rob LeBlanc, right?
LeBlanc.
Okay, Rob LeBlanc in the middle. Everybody give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
And on the right side is Cameron Sutphin. Everybody give a big welcome to Cameron. So what we do with songwriters in the round is we have one song each per songwriter in a round. So we'll start with Michael, then we'll do Rob, then Cameron, and then back to Michael. We'll do that 7 times. So that'll be the evening. So I'm looking forward to this. I've heard all these guys play, and they all have some real ability, talent, and energy. And let's hear it for them. Everybody give a big round of applause to all 3 songwriters, and Michael, get started.
Okay. I'm going to be doing tonight, I'll be doing several songs from my new album called Drifting to the Right, which is going to be coming out perhaps by the end of this month. I've been recording it for the last 6 months. And I'm going to start with one of the songs from that album. It's called Brooklyn for Beginners. And here goes. I learned more about Dumbo than I did in the movies. On a stroll through Williamsburg, I looked up Park Slope. I searched Prospect Park. And I kept going and going and going. Yes, they need to write a book called Brooklyn for Beginners. Visitors could get easily lost. And on the 6th line, on the 8th line, take a bus from Manhattan, Brooklyn for Beginners. We have Brooklyn to thank for the Dodgers. For Brillo pads and the cardboard box. And for the last 20 years, oh, so much music. My Morning Jacket, Panic at the Disco, Vampire Weekend, Beastie Boys. I could keep going and going and going. Yes, they need to write called Brooklyn for Beginners. Visitors can get easily lost. And on the 6th line, on the 8th line, all the way to Coney Island. Brooklyn for Beginners. We have Neil Diamond to thank for Brooklyn Roads. We have Streisand to thank for People. Brooklyn keeps giving. The world keeps taking. Brooklyn keeps giving. The world keeps taking. Do you want to buy the Brooklyn Bridge? It's always for sale. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rob LeBlanc from Lebanon, New Hampshire, and it is an honor to play here tonight at One Broadway Collaborative in Lawrence, Massachusetts. I want to thank Aaron for making this a possibility, and I'm also honored deeply to play with two great musicians, Cameron and Michael. Thank you guys for this opportunity. Hello. Let's see, what should we start with? I'm going to start with turning the guitar up.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So this first one is called All's Well That Ends Well. And with any luck, it won't be the final song I perform this evening, but it's inspired by, well, a number of resources. I think everybody's under a little bit of stress and pressure right now, trying to figure out where life is heading and what to do with their life. And one handy resource is the Stephen Covey book that says, begin with the end in mind. And aside from the inherent morbidity, I think the message is, well, at the end of your life, you look back on the things that matter the most, and you probably don't think about anything in between that didn't contribute much besides stress, pressure, undue hardships, teeth grinding, sickness. So that little gem has served as my own little personal musical anxiolytic, and it inspired this song. All's well that ends well. 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 No more ruminating on what's aggravating. Letting go can be emancipating. All's well that ends well. All's well that ends well. Nothing's everlasting. We blink twice and time is gone. Something so simple as a cool towel to our forehead soothes our soul. When it's time to move on, all's well that ends well. All's well that ends well. No more ruminating on what's aggravating. Letting go can be emancipating. All's well that ends well. All's well that ends well. Nothing so serious when all we have is our breath. Something so simple as I'll miss you, offered gently in our air, brings fulfillment in death. All's well that ends well. 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 I wish I'd been brave enough to be true. I wish I had not worked so long. I wish I had expressed myself. I wish I had kept in touch. I wish I had let myself be happy. All's well that ends well. 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 Ends well. Ends well. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so I've got I made a three-song CD when I lived in Nashville called Heartbreak Town, and we're going to play two off of that, and then I'm going to play songs that'll be coming out next year for an album that I'm making in Pittsfield, New Hampshire. Which, by the way, it costs a lot less money to make an album in Pittsfield, New Hampshire than it does to make one in Nashville by a long shot. And the guy I'm working with, rocking into a studio, we've already done guitar vocals, and the mixes sound just as good as they did in Nashville. So it's called Drive. Drive and drive, don't you ever sleep, counting down the exit signs, like promises you can't keep, like promises you can't keep. Drive and drive, watch the night turn into day. As long as you keep moving, you won't feel the pain. No, you won't feel the pain. Further along, there's a new place to go. You burn through your life, watch it go up in smoke. But there's always a new road, so you just drive and drive and drive. Driving around that New York City town like a desperado. You'll never settle down, you'll never settle down. You sing your songs and pick your guitar, burn both ends of the candle, like you don't care if you fall, like you don't care if you fall. Further along, there's a new place to go. You burn through your life, watch it go up in smoke. But there's always a new road, so you just drive and drive and drive. Further along, there's a new place to go. You burn through your life, watch it go up in smoke. But there's always a new road, so you just drive and drive and drive. Drive and drive, don't you ever sleep, counting down the exit signs, like promises you can't keep, like promises you can't keep. Like promises you can't keep.
Hey.
That was pretty, Cameron.
Thanks.
That's cool. This song I'm going to be doing, I have the Drifting to the Right's album is probably like 50% political and 50% nice. This is one of the political songs called "It Is What It Is," inspired by the former guy, as he is sometimes called. Here it goes. It is what it is. It wouldn't be if it wasn't. Couldn't be if it can't. It is what it is. Brush fires in Oregon. Bush fires in Washington. Orange skies. Orange days, orange nights. Don't want to cause panic. Don't want the stock market crash. Just want to ignore it. It'll all go away. It is what it is. Wouldn't be if it wasn't. Couldn't be if it can't. It is what it is. Teenagers with guns, armed men in caravans, both parades. Go Trump, go. Let's shoot a protester. Their lives don't matter that much. Our livelihoods matter. Support our police. And it is what it is. Wouldn't be if it wasn't. Couldn't be if it can't. It is what it is. No time for discussion. No room for reasoning. Black and white. No room for the gray. He might be offensive. He might tell a lie or two or three. He is who we need. And he's never wrong. And it is what it is. Wouldn't be if it wasn't. Couldn't be if it can't. It is what it is. It is what it is. Couldn't be if it wasn't. Couldn't be if it can't. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you, by the way.
How about one about dating? Let's change the topic a little bit. I've been doing a little bit of traveling this past week on vacation, and I've had the opportunity to listen to my collaborators, their albums, and fantastic stuff, and to hear this live is a real treat. Wow. This one is called Outside of Her Gate. Older, but wiser. He's starting over again. Yeah, said she's seeking a long-lost best friend. Now they're scratching the surface like forks against plates. It's not going anywhere, yeah, and it's getting late. Standing outside of her gate. Standing outside of her gate. He can't get started. She can't afford to wait. He's left standing outside of her gate. Thoughts that once howled, tooth and claw to come out, became timid, tamed, and tempered by disenchantment and doubt. Now in the cumbersome silence, he captures her slate gray, homesick eyes. They dart away as he digs for more to say. Yeah, once bitten, twice tongue-tied, standing outside of her gate. Standing outside of her gate. He's biding his time, but it's a little bit too late. He's left standing outside of her gate, looking out her bedroom window, down on us all in the snow, contemplating if we're worth the will to get to know. To tell her story yet again, yeah, but not let down her guard. Her world is lonesome even when shivering suitors cluster in her plot. Standing outside of her gate. Standing outside of her gate. It's getting harder for her to differentiate. Yeah, standing outside of her gate. Standing outside of her gate. Oh, another prayer dismissed. Yeah, slow and crouching feet. They're left standing outside of her gate. Thank you, thank you. I just realized I had my guitar off, so I hope you heard the guitar. There was a guitar. Thank you, guys.
So this is the title track of the 3-song CD I made. It was in 2017, and it's about living in Nashville. It was to convince myself to stay another year. I was there 3 years, and that was enough. Then I moved to New Hampshire, and I don't want to leave, so it all worked out. No, this is called Heartbreak Town. Left home from Music City when I was 21. Had to chase that neon dream, tried to become someone. But the nights are long and the pay is low. They tell you you ain't nothing just in case you think you are. Ain't no hope hanging around this heartbreak town. I started playing on Broadway, the same song every night, singing for the tip jar underneath the neon lights. The money kept coming, and the beer did too. But all it did was leave my heart black and blue. Ain't no love hanging around this heartbreak town. I came here to chase my dreams, left everything I ever loved behind. She ain't getting on that plane. She can't be miles away from everything she's ever known, and now I'm stuck in this heartbreak town. And then I hit the road, a different state every other week. Long drives and sleep and in back seats. crappy hotels and sticky barroom floors. A few women to comfort us so far away from home. I just had to get out of the heartbreak town. I came here to chase my dreams, left everything I ever loved behind. She ain't getting on that plane. She can't be miles away from everything she's ever known now. Now I'm stuck in this heartbreak town. Nothing lasts forever, a little while's all we got. Now all we have are memories and broken hearts. Sometimes I think about leaving, driving back to our hometown, picking up where we left off and settling down. But this neon dream, it won't die. It's like an ember that keeps a fire alive, and hope always hangs around this heartbreak town. Thank you.
Cameron, I was in Nashville 2 weeks ago, and you actually played on Broadway.
Yes, I did, for a very short time.
Man, you were brave.
You actually
That
played
is
on
one
Broadway?
intense scene down there.
Yes, I got yelled at by the owner of. I will not repeat the
Man, that
words
was
the owner of
great.
Tootsie said because they had curse words.
That is
I
one
played a
intense-
folk song and he said basically don't do that, and so then I went into Hank Jr. and it was okay and I was fine. He didn't say don't do that. He said some 4-letter words in there.
Yeah.
But then he liked me. It was okay. He's like, yeah, that's cool. Just play Waylon and Hank. Like that's cool. No Bob Dylan. No.
Right. Yeah, it didn't go. Okay. I'm going to continue on the theme of couples and heartbreak and not so great relationships. This is my song from Drifting called Cadillac Dreams. And just here goes. It was getting late, it all seemed wrong. Sonny was waiting till Tammy came along. She said she would be there, promised she'd be back, and pull up beside him in her black Cadillac. She got that car at auction sale. The time Tammy bought it, its color was pale, but that wouldn't do. So she painted it black, and Sonny helped her paint it and put on shellac. Well, life ain't always what it seems. High, high hopes and Cadillac dreams. But do you know what you know? As a matter of fact, she's gone missing in her black Cadillac. Well, Sonny sent a text in her direction, hoping the text would be received. The message went unanswered for a long, long time. Then Sonny heard a beep. Tammy's on the line, or so he thought. Life ain't always what it seems. High, high hopes and Cadillac dreams. Do you know what you know? As a matter of fact, she's gone missing in her black Cadillac. This is Tammy's husband, Charlie. Who is this? Sonny hoped it wouldn't come to this. Sonny said, Tammy, had an appointment at 2. Please forward the message. But thought, who's fooling who? Well, Charlie said, Tammy won't need that appointment. She's gone missing. Hope you're not disappointed. And Sonny knew what he meant by that. She's not coming up in her black Cadillac. Life ain't always what it seems. High, high hopes and Cadillac dreams. Do you know what you know? As a matter of fact, she's gone missing in her black Cadillac. She's gone missing in her black Cadillac.
This next one, testing, 222, testing. This next one is a winter song. Set in a drab, dreary January morning, Cambridge, Massachusetts. They have a few of those there. It's about a person starting over and meet somebody with life all ahead of her at a dance. It's called Little Green Eyes. Emerald shrines, your eyes brightening the doldrums of winter. Your smile, timid and kind, enticing with delicate fairness. And there's no right or wrong. Dancing muse inside my arms. Life's joys revived when you're by my side. Little green eyes. Puppy love unrequited. Notice me, I'm excited. Your morning dew, and I'm stale. Don't leave me blue, pretty dancer. Your wings, delicate things, racing to altitudes trembling, leaving home, coming into your own. I've already weathered from climbing. If you fell for me, never could I set you free. I breathe in you when the light catches you. Little green eyes. Dance with me, part with sorrow. I'd win your heart if you'd follow. You're young and free. Fly away. Forgive me, please, pretty dancer. Bewildered, inspired, lost in your eyes, precious stranger, stay a while in my shelter, warm and snug through harsh winter. I cherish you, keep you safe in my embrace, pretty dancer. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Now the stuff from the upcoming album. Some of these I've had around a long time. This isn't one of them. I wrote this one last January. My roommate went with her family to Disney World for 2 weeks, and that's the longest I've been alone. And it was me and 2 cats, and this is what came out that night. Every sunrise and set, every chord that I fret, it doesn't matter, it's all a waste without her. Every line that I write doesn't matter on a lonesome night. They're all throwaways without her. When I walk down the street, there's no one beside me. I'm all alone in a crowd without her. When I turn out my lights, there's no one to hold me through the night. When I get up in the morning, I'm there all alone. And when I dream, there's only darkness, it seems. No, I can't see the light without her. When I go to the bar, it doesn't feel right at all, 'cause I try to forget I'm without her. When I lay my head to rest, all I feel is emptiness. When I get up with the sun, nothing matters now that she's gone. Every sunrise and set, every chord that I fret, it doesn't matter, it's all a waste without her. When I lay down to sleep and the Lord calls me, will I still be without her?
So just to clarify, this is the 4th round, is that
I
right?
was thinking this was song number 4.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
4th round.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is number
okay.
4.
Just checking.
All right. Well, Drifting is a more serious album than I've done in the past, but I managed to sneak in 2 smart-ass songs on the album, and this is one of them. It's called Never Again. I will say about Never Again that an organization does exist called Never Again Consulting. It's headquartered in Attleboro. It's an environmental consulting firm. And the only thing I'll say is if he hears the song, I hope he gets a kick out of it. Because I took it in a different direction. Okay. It was on the porch from Amazon. A small atomic bomb. I ordered atomic fireballs. Imagine my aplomb. Complaining got me nowhere. So I knew what I must do. I'm calling you know who. Never again track the package to its source. Never again blew them right off their high horse. Don't make a fuss, just call us. Never again consulting. We made a big mistake, they said. We charged your credit card. And we really didn't mean it. But refunding you is hard. I complained, they didn't listen. So I knew what I must do. I'm calling you know who. Never again hack their server in the shreds. Never again paid me back a dividend. Well, don't make a fuss, just call us. Never again consulting. We counted all the votes, they said. No need for a recount. I stood all day and tried to vote. And I finally wore out. And I thought about complaining. It would be the civic thing to do. But then, I called you know who. Never again, a million people in the streets. Never again, getting rid of that deadbeat. You made a fuss. But don't forget to call us if you need us. Never again consulting. Never again consulting.
Cameron, did you need water, by the way?
I'm all set, thanks. So.
I see that Michael, you and Rob both have water already. So.
Yeah, I have the bottle.
Just checking.
This next one is a love song. It's called Chasing Moonlight. And it sort of came to me in a dream. I know that's the worst cliche ever, but it did. I was waking up in the morning after one of the happiest times of my life, meeting somebody new, and just feeling like I'd found the right person. And that I found a song that I should try to figure out how to play and put into words, put into lyrics, put into my fingers. So here it is. It took me a while to put it together after, in the aftermath of all that, but here it is. Sunday morning, your scent coats my pillow, lingering dream. Please be you true, I still taste you. Chasing moonlight brought sun to my blanket, whispering dawn suspects it's too soon for me to miss you. But when you said I'll never hurt you, there in the reflection of your eyes I saw that I love you. Behind your innocent sapphire tears, trembling with sentiment and turned deep inside, way down, way down. It's the way that your hands kept mine warm, my love. Silent screaming, bracing for chaos, disbelief, losing sleep, waiting for you. 'Cause when you said I'll never hurt you, there in the reflection of your eyes I saw that I loved you. It's not the thrill of the storms that you ride. Your crimson locks are smoldering in my hearth, my fire, my fire. Could have sworn I had lost you in a previous life, my love. It's not the thrill of the hunt for someone. It's your head and my chest when you're in my arms, my love, my love. It's the way that your body surrenders in mine, my love. When you said I'll never hurt you, there in the reflection of your eyes I saw that I love you. Thank you.
why you don't date singer-songwriters, because they can put your name into a song. She knows who she is. She deserves it.
No.
She knows who she is. Perhaps it's 'cause I know I'm headed to Tennessee, or it's the crossroads I'm standing at. Or maybe it's just all in my head still, Lauren, you've been on my mind. I don't mean any trouble for you, I'm not begging you to come back to me. I don't see you in the sky above anymore, but yet, Lauren, you've been on my mind. Even though my mind is hazy, thoughts of you don't bring me sorrow anymore. It don't matter if I wake up by your side, still I can't let you go. I'm not asking you to say words like I love you or I don't. Even if you came back, I've no place for you to go. I'm just talking to myself, pretending I don't care, no. Lauren, you've been on my mind. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm doing, leaving you so far behind. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm thinking. You might even make me change my mind when you wake up in the morning and turn over. I won't be there for you, but chosen another. I just wonder if he loves you as much as I, as someone who has you on his mind.
So, I mean, one of the things that's great about being up here is that, I've never heard Rob and Cameron it before, and just kind of be the appreciative audience as well as the presenter. And that's really cool about being part of this series, that you can just, be, in the presence, listening to people you haven't heard before, appreciating their music, and that's that. I'm going to be doing a song called I'm a Realist. And this is about my mother. This is I think the thing about this song is, I've struggled with my mom. I struggled with my mom for years. Because I always say, okay, you're always complaining about my hair. You're always complaining about my weight. Lay off. But I kind of gave up the ghost on that one a number of years ago. Realizing that my mother is really one of the more amazing people on the planet. And she's 97 years old. She is totally functional. Drives, goes shopping. All through COVID, she went shopping for herself. And I don't know. She's New York tough. She grew up in New York City. And that's what she always attributes it to. I grew up in New York. Nothing phases me. And when coming up with the way to write a song about her, the only way I could describe her is the title of the song, I'm a Realist. So here goes. I've been here since the beginning. You will hopefully outlive me. And at times life has been hard. Nothing ever has been free. And if I had a guiding thought, I would say never run away. No matter what mistakes are made, you honor me that way. People love, people die, people sometimes hide away. I'm still standing, I'm still moving. I would be here for you always. But I'm a realist. I will be gone someday. I've done a lot of traveling, not as much as I would like. I've been able to be here this long because I have been wise. If I knew ahead of time that I would still be here today, you and I would have traveled for across the USA. People love and people die. People sometimes hide away. I'm still standing, I'm still moving. I would be here for you always. But I'm a realist. I'll be gone someday. You know, I still read a lot, you know, and watch my programs on TV. And even if the news is not good, it's still interesting to me, because I'm a realist. It doesn't worry me. And people love and people die. People sometimes hide away. I'm still standing, I'm still moving. I would be here for you always. But I'm a realist. I will be gone someday. I'm a realist. I will be gone someday.
Very, very nice. Touching.
Her name's Rosemary. One of those old-fashioned names, you know. But still, people are still, you know, called Rosemary. But yeah, Irish through and through. Yeah. So Irish, you can trace both sides of her family back to Ireland in the 1850s. Yeah. Right. Mhm. Yeah.
This next one is called Carried Away. It's on a beach, sunny day by the ocean. Two children sit and play, building a sandcastle. We built a seaside fort in the crunchy sands of low tide, high noon buckets full of pebbles, grains, and brine. Giggling as we swayed to the seagull's sunny serenade, we were young, we felt alive. The tides, preoccupied, emerged from 9 to 5s. Stressed and honking horns, they barreled toward our shore. Spent and oblivious, eternally unsatisfied, collided with our castle wall. Careless caffeine jitter waves, cutting one another off in the surf, swamped a refuge with their grown-up concerns. Crumbling pieces carried away. Ooh. Ooh. Hey! Took turns to fortify the keeps and bail the wards. We kept amused, but soon we stood in water ankle deep. Ramparts dissolved, our plastic shovel floated belly up. Our little castle almost drowned. The soothing moonlight shed kind words. We scratched our names together in the sand one last time. You took your shovel, then let go of my hand. Crumbling pieces carried away. Ooh. Ooh. Then you turned and you spoke. Good night, my love. I need to go. Careless caffeine jitter waves, crumbling pieces carried away. Thank you. Thank you.
So I'll allow myself a knockdown song for the record. This is the sad one. There's another angry rock one coming. I was gifted an electric guitar a few months ago. So this is my job. My day job is basically playing long-term care facilities who, they went, in my opinion, they literally locked the residents in their rooms and told them you cannot leave. That's what they did. And okay, 2 weeks, fine, but some of them it was like 18 months of that. And there's certain places that still will not let families in, or they'll let them in under the, strictest, and it's enough. And I took this song, this lady was playing in a place called H.U. Kennebunk, and this woman, came up to me last November. By came up, I mean she was like 20 feet away. And she said, look, I understand that it's out there, but this is enough. I want to see my family. I don't care. I don't have that much longer, you know. She's like, I get it. I get the risk, and I don't care. So I wrote this song because a lot more could have been done, and hopefully people learn from this. So this is called From a Distance. From a distance, that's how it's been for 6 months now. Who knows when this ends? Can't hold my son or my grandkids. All I get is a window visit. They told me if I hug them, I might get sick and die. But right now I give my life just to hold them one more time. Don't know how I'm gonna make it through. This is lonesome, like I never knew. They can't tell me when I can kiss my son. They just tell me to be strong. But it gets lonelier every day. I don't see anyone's face. I don't mind risking my life to hold my family one more time. From a distance, that's how it's been for a year now. Who knows when this ends? Can't hold my son or my grandkids. How am I supposed to live like this? Know it better than most. I remember playing the Farmers Market in Wolfboro. I play that song. They're like, no. I'm like, you have no clue. They're like, I would not put anyone into a long-term care facility now unless I had to, because it's maddening.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful song.
So I was sitting here debating which song I should play, and I decided I'm gonna kind of do an audible. I'm gonna call an audible of sorts, because I'm thinking I'm here in Lawrence, and Lawrence is one of the places where the diaspora of the Puerto Rican community from San Juan, from Puerto Rico, a lot of places, one of the more important places for people from Puerto Rico who have come to live, and I mention this because I am one half Puerto Rican, and that's my other half besides the Irish half. It's a New York combination. Both my dad and my mother grew up in New York City, and so I came up with this kind of little song called "Puerto Rican on the Moon," and this is what I'm going to be playing for you. There's a very famous poem called Puerto Rican on the Moon, and it's kind of a statement of national identity by essentially the national poet of Puerto Rico called Juan Antonio Correa, I think his name is. And it's the poem is actually on a rock in San Juan. And it says, I would be a Puerto Rican anywhere. Even if I was on the moon, I would be a Puerto Rican. So there. And so here's Puerto Rican on the moon. Paul landed there in 1969. There was nobody else there at the time. Well, nowadays, if you need your own place, you gotta travel to outer space. So you take a Puerto Rican family, and you bring all the salsa and the rice and beans. And the moon's gonna be as happy as a place can be, with dancing every night. I'm Puerto Rican on the moon. I'm a Puerto Rican here. I'm a Puerto Rican there. I'm a Puerto Rican everywhere. Puerto Rican on the moon. So here I am living in the USA. Second generation, and I'm here to stay. But they don't speak Spanish here in the States. I had to learn my Spanish from China plates. Oh, but half of Puerto Ricans better than none. Tells my Irish side, chill out, have fun. 'Cause you're as crazy cool as anyone. Dancing every night. I'm Puerto Rican on the moon. I'm a Puerto Rican here. I'm a Puerto Rican there. Hell, I'm a Puerto Rican everywhere. A Puerto Rican on the moon. So I look up in the sky and I say, oh man, ay caramba. That's Mexican though. They're still playing their music as loud as they can. Well, Puerto Rico's a postage stamp down here below. But up on the moon, Puerto Ricans run the show. I'm a Puerto Rican on the moon. I'm a Puerto Rican here. I'm Puerto Rican there. I'm a Puerto Rican everywhere. Puerto Rican on the moon. I'm a Puerto Rican on the moon. I'm a Puerto Rican here, Puerto Rican there. I'm Puerto Rican everywhere. Puerto Rican on the moon. Thank you, thank you.
This next one is called We Held Our Breath. Another inch would be too far. A light year further from your smile. I took a knee. You agreed to spend your life with me. But now there's so much in between. Untarnished, sparkling silver ring. Peace of mind we thought it'd bring. This part of life we were each too young to sacrifice. 3,000 miles apart. Friday night, always working overtime. We held our breath, we held our cows. Love outlasted faith and hope. But time put distance in our eyes. Cruel is the ticking clock, whose faithful subjects never stop or talk, or fill their home with fresh new life. Abandoned vision, telephone silence, indecision. We held our breath, we held our cows. Rejoined as roommates, sometimes friends. Still burning candles at both ends. This morning it slipped my mind, I forgot to kiss you as I said goodbye. We held our breath until love died. Lonesome nights, holidays, birthdays pass us by. The knot unties, our fates divide. Another lie would be too much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. This is my John Henry song. I wanted a John Henry song. So I wrote one. John Henry was a steel trapping man. John Henry was a steel trapping man. He never worked for coal 'cause they tortured the land. John Henry was a steel trapping man. The mountains are being torn down. The mountains are being torn down. faster than John Henry ever swung his hammer around. The mountains are being torn down. There's dirty water in the streams. There's dirty water in the streams. That ain't good for man, but they only care about machines. There's dirty water in the stream. John Henry beat the steam drill with only a hammer in his hand. But it'll take more than that to rid coal from this land. The air in the mountains ain't clean. The air in the mountains ain't clean. And you can't beat a steam drill if you can't breathe. The air in the mountains ain't clean. John Henry was a steel driving man. John Henry was a steel driving man. He never worked for coal 'cause they tortured the land. John Henry was a steel driving man. John Henry was a steel driving man. Thanks.
This is the last song, right?
This is round 7, I believe.
Round,
yes.
yep, it is. This is the final round. I meant to say with the last song, thank you, Aaron, for the work that you're doing with the Black and Hispanic communities in Lawrence, and doing so much to promote activities, music, everything. I mean, it lifts people up and it's important. Thank you for doing that. Okay. Having said that, I'm going to do the title song from Drifting to the Right. And yeah, it's one of the serious songs. You know, things I was kind of, we could, well, it is, we could just keep going. I could keep going for at least 3 more songs, but we only have 7, so we got to be satisfied with what we got. And, it's been a pleasure. Been a real pleasure being up here with Rob and Cameron. And, I don't know. I probably should just play. This is Drifting to the Right. He's hurting and he's angry. He's looking for a fight. He's losing his perspective and drifting to the right, drifting to the right, drifting to the right, drifting to the right, drifting away. I last talked to him in high school. He was a party guy. He had several different girlfriends. He was almost always high, but he was different when we spoke on the telephone last night. Slowly, 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 drifting to the right, drifting to the right, drifting to the right, drifting away. His businesses went bankrupt in the housing industry. And now he's selling insurance and building equity. And he's starting to do pretty well. But he's not really happy. Slowly, 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 drifting to the right, drifting to the right, drifting to the right, drifting away. Lost in a new America. Can't talk to his wife. Losing his perspective. Looking for a fight. Can I help him with his anger? And let him know he'll be all right. Stop the drifting. Drifting to the right, drifting to the right, drifting to the right, drifting away. Drifting to the right, drifting to the right, drifting away.
All right, one last one. This is a song I wrote for a friend I'd lost touch with over many years. And he had inspired me to just sort of keep on the same trajectory I was on when I met him, which was lighthearted and, well, I was doing music. Wasn't quite sure where life was going to take me, but I was young and enthusiastic, and I hadn't quite developed, an appropriate amount of cynicism, I guess, for the world. And I'd always been meaning to reconnect with this person. I moved away from New England for many years. I returned about 6 years ago. And I learned that he had passed in a tragic accident, days after I returned. So it was too late to reconnect, but I found, part of the moving back to New England process is, going through boxes on things that I had just put away for years and years as I moved around the country for schooling and, for my job. And I came across a message he'd written for me in an old cookbook he bought for me, because I used to invite everybody over for dinner. And he said, just keep on being yourself and you'll be happy. And he would always have these great words of encouragement to share. And he was a real winner. Outside of being a good supportive friend, I had learned a lot of things about him and the tremendous things he did as an early education teacher in an underserved community in rural western Massachusetts. He was also first-generation American and touched a lot of people. And his passing was a tremendous loss for anybody who ever met him. But he was not a dour, pessimistic sort. He would very much reprimand me for going on and on about this and say, look, embrace the opportunity, and take life for what it gives you. And I think when you lose somebody, particularly a friend who you haven't spoken to in many years, and I think that may have been the message of Michael's song as well. You know, you can lose somebody in more ways than one, but it gets you thinking about what's important. And you know, I learned from my friend that life is short and unpredictable, but just keep doing what is meaningful and inherently good. So he inspired me. Unfortunately, in his passing, I decided it was time to pay attention. And you know, I hope going forward I can, you know, live my life a fraction as well as Derek could. It's called World Turning Backwards. The harvest breeze haunts me with cider sweet halcyon memories. Auburn and crimson and tawny brown angels glide past me. August is browning, New England winter is rounding the oxbow again. Each year my heart's growing heavier, my friend. We couldn't spare you and you couldn't keep us. Guilt-stricken mourning, a penchant for love. Wandering strangers, we're jaundiced and fractured. You held us together with you gone. The world's turning backwards. We savored a licorice youth, raising our glasses in springtime, toasting and cheering and laughing with soul-felt belonging. Oh, the longing. Then came the distance. We toiled and recoiled at each other's vices, thrown to the lions, left to our own devices. We couldn't spare you and you couldn't keep us. Guilt-stricken mourning, your penchant for love. Wandering strangers, we're jaundiced and fractured. You held us together with you gone. Oh, with you gone. The world's turning backwards. Nor'easter's icy chill rips through my blissfully numb reveries. You told me if I just kept being myself, I'd grow happy, so happy. Too proud to listen, self-loathing made me a fair-weather friend. Frostbitten minds thought too slow for amends. Violent, contemptible fate tore you from us. Beyond me, communities grew from your love. Lifting chins, planting seeds, protecting children, teaching them decency, keeping us warm. Show us how to grow. Remind us how to love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thanks everybody for being here, and thanks to everyone watching on the live stream. I appreciate it. So this is the song from the upcoming album. It's supposed to come out on May 6th, and there's supposed to be an album release show in the Chichester, New Hampshire Grange Town Hall. We're working with the library sponsoring that to book the town hall, the town Grange. So that's the hope, and I've already got a bunch of dates on the books, and I kind of intend to go a little crazy next year with the shows. So this song is called What Makes It Great, and the inspiration for this song, in 2016, all these musicians were writing very specific songs about one political topic. And it was so specific, and I was like, it's only valid for 4 or 8 years, and you're going to have to give your audience a history lesson like 10 years down the road about what the song means. So I said, well, is there a way you could incorporate Make It Great into a song that I would not have to give a history lesson to? And I think I did. Got this car, 2012 Hyundai. Bumper's missing, headlights out, but it runs the same. The windshield's cracked, but it's still dry. It's not what you see that makes it shine. Bought it used on Broadway almost a year ago to the day. It's traveled 50,000 miles since then. It's ready to travel them again. You don't need that flash and shine. You just need something to get you by. Keep the details, your chrome and flames. It's what's underneath that makes it great. Some men are rich, and they'll let you know. Put on this sleeve, put on a show. But I know the things men keep inside. Late at night, when they turn out the lights. You don't need that flash and shine. You just need something to get you by. Keep your details, your chrome and flames. It's what's underneath that makes it great. It ain't fast, it's rusted through. It doesn't shine, it doesn't look new. But I don't need something fresh off the lot. I'll stick with what I got. You don't need that flash and shine. You just need something to buy. Keep your details, your chrome and flames. It's what's underneath that makes it great. It's what you do, not what you say. It's what's underneath that makes it great. It's what's underneath that makes it great.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. So that was awesome, guys. Everybody give Michael Gutierrez-May a big round of applause. Oh. And everybody give a big round of applause to Rob LeBlanc.
Thank you. Thank you.
And another big round of applause to Cameron Sutphin. So I've been told by a little bird that it's Rob's birthday tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
Somebody told me it's Rob's birthday. I think we should sing happy birthday to Rob. So everybody want to join me? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rob. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. So, Rob, your girlfriend's a mess because she's actually here with us.
Oh my goodness.
And she actually set up a thing where she would be here so that she could watch you. She's been seeing the whole show.
Hey, baby.
And Christina's here to say happy birthday, and she said she was really proud of you. And I'm very happy that you came to open mic and you could be here. So
I'm absolutely thrilled, and what a wonderful surprise, everybody. This is Christina Chase, the love of my life. I'm the luckiest man in the world. I am duly lucky. I am duly lucky to have such a wonderful, supportive, brilliant, and musical partner. Not to mention the honor, the sheer honor of sharing the stage with Michael and Cameron. This is really magic. And Aaron Turnberg, thank you so much for One Broadway Collaborative and this great opportunity for all of us to perform.
So, Christina, I just have to tell you, just before I put you on, the power went out in half the room. So you're on my computer, but would you like to say anything? You have to unmute yourself. Oh, you're not, can you unmute? Or are you unmuted?
All right, can you hear me?
There we go.
Yep.
There we go, we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I can't see you guys, but I just wanted Rob to let you know that I just had one of the best experiences of my life.
Oh.
Oh God, I'm all emotional.
Oh.
There we go. Sorry about that. Okay,
God.
there we go.
Well, thank you. It means the world that you were to share this with me.
Watching you perform tonight filled me with so much happiness.
Oh, thank you.
There are no words to express or to have the depth of how proud and blessed and honored I am to have you as my best friend and partner. Oh God.
I
know it's a bit early, but happy birthday, my love.
Oh.
All right.
Your
well,
thank you
life,
very
your
much.
everyday existence is a continual reminder of how precious and beautiful our world is. I celebrate you tonight, and I will celebrate you tomorrow, and I will celebrate every day that our souls are intertwined, because I know I'm the most lucky woman in the world. And so I tell you with every ounce of my soul, happy birthday, as you are my life's most precious gift, and I love you.
I love you too, Chris.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you turn your mic and camera off so you can do what you need to do. But thank you, Christy, for coming and setting this up, and it's great. And
And thank you so much. That was an amazing performance on everybody. Oh, my goodness.
well, thank you for doing that, and thank you guys for performing. That was a great night, and
having
I had a really good time. And I guess we're going to call it a night. So enjoy, and I'm going to go and flip the breaker because apparently these heaters occasionally cause the whole thing to crash.
Oh, no.
So, but luckily half the room stayed on, so enough to keep this going anyway. All right, I'm going to shut this down.
Thank you, Aaron. Speaking
And
of
we're all good.
amazingly talented musical people, I should introduce you guys. I don't know if you've met Carl and Caroline. Great.
Yeah.
I was at Carl's concert a couple of weeks back, the Songwriters, and blown away by your percussive style and the guitar and the fact that you snapped the low E string. I told that story to somebody. I said I saw somebody play with such force. It was amazing and inspiring, and even snaps an E string. They didn't believe me, but they haven't heard you yet. Oh, wow.
I first saw you with Picket Hill, the open door. That's right. Yeah.
I remember you at the open door also.
And I hope they're going to continue that.
Yeah, I think, well, they've been.
They passed it off to.
And stuff for a while, I
they passed it, and then
Yeah, to Mike.
to Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they do some in person. I hope they do in-person stuff.
Mhm.
I hope so too. I think we will, but it's a matter of when.
I was talking with,
Yeah.
I was talking with a buddy of mine. I said, at this point, it's just people saying who can stay home the longest competition. No, I cannot do anything for 5 years. Trust me. Some people's competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to come down, Ron. I was really wanted to.
Ah, there we go.
Thank you. Thank you.
The style and what you were doing. I'm impressed. I love that little ethereal kind of style work, you know.
Thank you.
Know any regular poets?
I don't know. Well, I'm self-taught, which is probably why there are chords from Mercury and Mars.
I saw Lindsey Buckingham, and that's kind of his style, is that ethereal.
I've got to look
Mhm.
this up.
That's what it reminded me of, the solo work.
Lindsey Buckingham.
Yeah.
I've got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him in Northampton last Wednesday.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Where in Northampton was?
Oh,
Academy Music.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's similar, like his solo stuff is very similar to that open chords.
Cool.
yeah. He's one of them guitar wizards. Lindsay B, yeah. Lindsay B, yeah. Oh. Man. How did we do time-wise, Aaron? Did we go over to 9 o'clock, or did we come under?
We're about 10 minutes to 9. I timed it pretty well.
Mhm.
I know what it takes. I've done this enough times.
Right.
That it usually goes short. It rarely goes long.
Right.
It usually will go short. When I do a break, then it's like till 10 o'clock because everybody talks for 45 minutes.
Right.
So it's better to do it this way. Just play through.
Uh-huh.
If we want to hang out
Yeah.
and talk now,
Yeah.
great. But we can go home if we don't.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And it's funny, I thought I would be tired after 7 songs, and like I was saying, I could have gone for 2 or 3 more. I was just kind of kicking into second gear by the time that 6 or 7 song came around. Yeah.
I think the longest, I did 4 hours straight last year. I did.
Oh, wow.
So I played
Yeah,
the
that's a stretch.
Wolfboro Farmers Market because
Yeah.
I didn't know when my next show was, so I went 4 straight. And then this year I was like, guys, oh, my voice, I didn't have a voice the
That
next
tests
day.
your endurance.
I
right
didn't
there.
have a voice the next
Yeah.
day.
So,
I came back this year, I was like, okay, guys, I'm playing way more. So no, we're gonna take some